the older boys. We've got Martin Keown and Mark Lawrenson with us today on Football Focus. Neil Warnock, the QPR boss, will hopefully be joining us in a moment as well. But the promotion party is on hold. The Championship is in chaos. Very strange atmosphere here at Loftus Road today. And Dan Roan has the story of what has been a crazy week.
That has sealed it! Queen's Park Rangers are in the Premier League as champions!
What a week it's been for QPR. Last Saturday's promotion celebration seemed a distant memory as the climax of the Championship season has descended into farce, the league thrown into turmoil by a legal minefield. This is the man at the centre of the storm, Alejandro Faurlin. The FA began investigating whether QPR breached rules relating to the Argentinian signing 8 months ago. After 4 days of hearings here at Wembley, an independent tribunal was meant to reach a verdict by 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, but there was a twist when the FA on Thursday admitted that more time was needed and the uncertainty over QPR's promotion rumbled on. A possible points deduction could still mean that QPR are forced into the playoffs and second-placed Norwich crowned champions instead. They guaranteed promotion against Portsmouth on Monday.
Norwich are back in the Premier League. Delight and celebration for Delia Smith.
Cardiff stand to benefit too. Defeat to Middlesbrough this week meant they could only finish in the playoffs. But with 1 game to play, they or maybe even Swansea may find themselves automatically promoted if QPR are punished. So how many points could QPR lose if found guilty? They face 7 charges over an alleged agreement with a third party over Faulin's economic rights and the failure of the club to notify the FA before he was signed in 2009. The case has revived painful memories of English football's first scandal over third-party ownership.
How ironic it would be for Carlos Tevez to have the last word.
West Ham stayed up, of course, at the expense of Neil Warnock's Sheffield United.
This won't ever happen again, because the rules have been changed in the Premiership to make sure it doesn't happen again, quite rightly so. 4
years on, it has happened again. There are major differences between the 2 cases, but now as boss of QPR, Warnock could suffer again. Back in 2007, West Ham avoided a points deduction, but were hit with a £5.5 million fine. QPR also stand accused of using an unauthorised agent, and similar charges have cost Luton 10 points. Finally, together with bringing the game into disrepute, QPR are charged with submitting false information in documents. Celebration has turned to trepidation at Loftus Road. With promotion worth an estimated £40 million, the stakes are high for QPR, its hugely wealthy owners, and the other clubs affected. The fallout from Faurlin could extend throughout the game.
It has been very much the week's big story. Everybody talking about it here, people wanting to know what's happened, whether we know anything. We know that QPR are expecting a decision today, Martin, but it is a weird atmosphere. You've been having a word with Paddy Kenny today. The players don't know what to expect.
Well, I mean, poor Paddy, he's there with his lad. He come into the biggest day of his career, celebrating promotion. We are really playing with people's emotions here. You know, there should have been a decision made before now. It's just a real atmosphere. The players are hanging around us, asking us, do we know what's happening? And they're going out there to maybe pick up this trophy today. So very odd, very strange.
Yeah, it is bizarre in many ways. I mean, I think the case was first flagged up in September, and then Queen's Park Rangers asked for some time to obviously get their side of the story completely right. Seems an awful long time now, Dan, to have to wait till after the last game of the season. And I think as far as the players are concerned, they just go out and they play, and whatever happens is absolutely completely nothing to do with them. But from the part of the football club and the FA, it's actually bonkers what's happening. It's crazy.
This should be a great day. I mean, I gained promotion myself as a player, won lots of things, but that's my abiding memory. So it's a great moment when you get promoted.
Martin, let me bring in the man at the middle of this, because Neil Warnock joins us live on air. Hi, Neil.
Hi, Martin.
Nice to see you. We've just been speaking about the situation that QPR face. What is it from a manager's perspective?
We're disappointed, really, because it's been a fantastic achievement on the field of play, and that's all we want to bother about. To finish where we've done, been incredible, and so it obviously just takes a little bit of a nasty taste. But we've done our bit on the pitch, and that's all we can do. It's great achievement by the boys, and delighted.
What are you expecting to happen, Neil? Because we heard there might be an announcement at 11. We're hearing there might be one today. It might be tomorrow. It is a ridiculous situation.
Unfortunately, I'm not just accusing you lads, but the newspapers really, they've never let facts get in the way of a good story, and I think you've just got to wait until it comes out. You know, I'm happy with what I've been told, you know, what's the charges against, etc. But it's a field of play we've just concentrated on, and that's all we've got to concentrate on. Everybody else speculates, you know, there's people putting the spoke in and mouthing off. You know, I'd love to reply to it, but unfortunately, even I've got to bite my tongue.
Which must be hard.
It is hard, but I will at the right time. Make no mistake.
But that's your job today, isn't it? To get those players not thinking as they were when they're coming out here about do you know any news, but focused on playing Leeds today and getting another 3 points.
Well, fortunately, it's Leeds today, and if any of our lads remember the Christmas day or the Christmas game up at Leeds and what the tunnel was like after, I don't think there'll be anybody short of trying today.
You mean to say it was lively down there, was it?
It was lively to say the least, yeah, so I think it'll be a good game to pick today for you lads.
And the QPR fans, they don't want their day to be ruined. They want you and the players to lift this trophy. They want the Guard of Honour, they want the bunting, and they want everything, and they don't want it to be ruined.
Quite right, I think that's where we should be, and we're looking forward to lifting it, and make no mistake, because that's what we deserve with what we've done on the field of play.
What does the Warnock gut tell you today?
Nervous as always, but nothing to do with what's on off the field. It's just I want to win the game today. Like I say, we had a tough game up there. I think one or two things were said, and we'd like to sort of repair that if we could.
Yeah, we very much. Quick mention of Champions League, but I'm going to actually bring in Dan Roan, our sports correspondent, because Dan, you have some news on the QPR situation. What is it?
That's right, Dan. In the last few seconds we've heard that they've been found guilty on 2 charges that they face, but there'll be no points deduction. That's the
So
big
there will
news.
not be deducted points.
No
QPR
points
will
deduction.
go up, they'll go up as champions, and they will be in the Premier League next season.
That's what we're hearing, so huge relief for QPR.
Okay, well...
Can you told us at the start?
Where were you 2 minutes ago? We had Neil Warnock.
We'll get everyone back again.
Yeah. So now this is a completely different day now.
Yeah.
For Queen's Park Rangers.
It's a proper day.
Yeah, for them. And they're obviously the champions. They get the trophy, and it's just a really great day for them.
Wonderful for QPR, but Dan, there is an issue now with Cardiff and Swansea, and also Luton, who had a similar situation with an unauthorised agent and were deducted 10 points themselves.
That's right, yeah, it's a legal minefield this, Dan. There's so many precedents, and of course it leaves it open to appeals, especially from the likes of Cardiff, of course, who have a lot to lose here, and they were hoping that perhaps that if there had been a big points deduction, they may find themselves in the automatic position. Instead, we don't yet know which charges QPR have been found guilty on. That will come out in the next few minutes, so maybe I'll give you some more. But the big news is no points deduction.
There's one thing for certain, sorry Dan, the lawyers will be making fortunes. Everybody's lawyers. They're the only winners really, and Queen's Park Rangers with that news.
Let's bring you up to date then, just once again with that breaking news. If you're just joining us, QPR have been found guilty. We're not sure of exactly which charges yet, but they will not be deducted points. So as it stands, they will be taking that trophy away. They will be going up as champions, and they will be playing in the Premier League next season. I'll talk West Ham in a moment, but the news is settling in here at QPR. Spark, the mascot, is very happy, and Mr. Warnock is back with us, and the smile has returned. No point deduction. You've told the players. What's their reaction? What's your reaction, Neil?
Well, I think there's actually been a few tears in the dressing room, if I'm honest. It's been an emotional time. We've had a hell of a few weeks, really, the players, and how they've managed to focus with all the, I know, rubbish, some of the tabloids reports, you know, people speaking out that shouldn't have done, didn't know the facts, and so they coped well with it. We haven't said anything, we've just kept our counsel and done it on the pitch, and I can't praise them high enough, although it doesn't really sunk in at the moment. It's just a great feeling.
That's completely changed the complexion of the game now, hasn't it, for you?
Well, it's just a relief, Mark, to know that we are the champions. I mean, we have been the champions, you know. And when you can't answer back, it's horrible, you know, isn't it? When people say a lot of things.
For you.
I know. You know that.
You told us 2 weeks ago on Football Focus that your barrister had said that you would get away without a point deduction.
No, not get away. No, not get away.
Have you always been confident that it would be?
Absolutely.
This
My barrister, our barrister, said to me that we breached a couple of regulations. He thought they were technical and didn't see any points of deduction whatsoever. He thought there might be a heavy fine for one and a minor fine for the other. But he said, he was involved in certain cases, and he said it's nothing like those cases.
It's ridiculous though, isn't it, that you have to wait till now to find out the result of this. I mean, it's wrong that you couldn't have enjoyed it before now, isn't it?
Having said that, we wouldn't have enjoyed today, Martin, when knowing that we haven't.
And presumably one of your easiest team talks today now then, for your players?
Well, the Leeds lads have just said we're going to give them a
Guard of Honour.
A Guard of Honour, and I said to the captain, You're not going to spit on the floor, are you?
Enjoy it. And another crack for you at the Premier League as well, which you must be delighted about.
Looking for the great fans as well. As you'll know today, it's a fabulous setting. I just hope now they do the right thing, stay off at the end of the game so that we can celebrate with everybody.
Okay, we appreciate your honesty, we appreciate you joining us twice, and have a good game today. Thank you. It's Neil Warnock, the QPR boss. He's seen it going up, no point deduction, and it will be going up as champion.